Dyspraxia and intelligence. Now, dyspraxia, often called developmental coordination disorder, DCD, is a hidden challenge that affects motor skills, organization, and daily tasks. But despite these struggles, individuals with dyspraxia frequently demonstrate remarkable intelligence and creative problem-solving abilities. Their strengths often shine in fields like art, technology, or abstract thinking, where traditional methods aren't the focus. Misunderstood as clumsiness or laziness, dyspraxia is far from a limitation of the mind. It's a unique way of navigating the world, brimming with untapped potential. Now remember, this is education mixed with entertainment. So with that being said, let's analyze this train of thought accordingly.
So I hope you enjoyed the animation hook. So how do we understand dyspraxia and how do we understand intelligence? And clearly we need to define dyspraxia and we need to define intelligence in moving forward. So let's start off by defining intelligence. Now this is a complicated term that gets thrown around by all types of people. So let's give some quick context.
Now, intelligence is a multifaceted concept reflecting the capacity to learn, adapt, and apply knowledge in diverse ways. It includes musical intelligence, the ability to understand, create, and respond to rhythm, melody, and sound. And it includes linguistic intelligence, the mastery of language and expressing ideas or emotions. And it includes mathematical intelligence, characterized by logical reasoning, problem solving, and understanding patterns. These dimensions highlight that intelligence is not singular, but a spectrum of talents, each contributing uniquely to human creativity, communication, and critical thinking.
So intelligence is multifaceted, and for reference, culture and human personalities, they are also multifaceted because there are different cultures. Think of hip-hop culture, think of London culture, and think of Indian culture. And of course, there are different personalities. Think of the optimist, always seeing the positive in everything. And then think of the caregiver, always compassionate and always nurturing. So let's define musical intelligence and linguistic intelligence to give further context.
Now, musical intelligence is the ability to perceive, create, and respond to rhythms, melodies, and harmonies. It involves recognizing patterns in sounds, understanding musical structures, and expressing emotions through music. For example, John, a skilled guitarist, effortlessly picks up new tunes by ear and composes original songs that resonate deeply with listeners. His knack for identifying subtle shifts in tone and rhythm allows him to collaborate with bandmates seamlessly, showcasing his natural musical intelligence in both performance and creativity. Now, linguistic intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manipulate language effectively for communication, expression, or learning. It involves a strong grasp of vocabulary, a strong grasp of grammar, and the nuances of language. For example, Sally, an accomplished writer, captivates her audience with vivid storytelling and eloquent prose. Her quick wit and knack for choosing the perfect words make her an engaging speaker, while her fluency in multiple languages allows her to connect with diverse cultures, showcasing her exceptional linguistic intelligence.
So we've given some context to the word intelligence, and I think that context, it is important. But now we need to define dyspraxia. So we need to ask the question, what is dyspraxia? And it's important. It's important to make a distinction between dyspraxia and dyslexia because they are not the same thing. The only correlation is that both are part of the neurodivergent family. So let's define what is dyspraxia.
Now, dyspraxia, or developmental coordination disorder, also known as DCD, is a neurological condition affecting motor coordination. Dyspraxia impacts fine motor skills, such as difficulty with tasks like holding a pen correctly, and gross motor skills like challenges in driving a car due to coordination issues. Beyond physical difficulties, dyspraxia often affects memory, concentration, and it can affect organizational skills, leading to struggles in daily life and academics. But despite these challenges, individuals with dyspraxia can excel with support, highlighting their resilience and unique problem-solving abilities.
Now, here is an important question. If dyspraxia does not affect intelligence, it makes sense that we should provide a justification. Now, I'm going to first give a brief explanation on why dyspraxia does not affect intelligence. I then hope to follow this up with a more elaborate explanation later on. Now remember, intelligence, it's multifaceted, and dyspraxia is multifaceted. So let's present a concise argument.
So dyspraxia does not affect intelligence because it is a motor coordination disorder, not a cognitive impairment. So while individuals with dyspraxia may face challenges in physical tasks, memory organization, their ability to think critically, solve problems, and grasp complex ideas remain intact. Many people with dyspraxia excel in creative and intellectual fields, demonstrating strengths in areas like innovation, empathy, and abstract thinking. Their difficulties lie in execution, not in their capacity to understand or process information.
Now, because dyspraxia does not affect intelligence, this means that someone with dyspraxia can be intelligent. This also means that if we meet someone with dyspraxia, we should not assume that they have negative intelligence. Matter of fact, someone's dyspraxia and someone's intelligence, they are separate paths. Let me say that again. Someone's dyspraxia and someone's intelligence, they are separate paths. What I mean by this is that someone's dyspraxia diagnosis should give you no implication towards their intelligence level. Now, we cannot see atoms, and we cannot see dyspraxia, and we cannot see intelligence, generally speaking. Now, because I want you to think, as opposed to telling you what to think, I'm going to present some further dialogue and also present some questions. I think it's important to create your own questions and to develop your own answers. As I have dyspraxia, you can argue that I have a natural bias. However, I feel that what has been presented is both logical and impartial. So with that being said, let's get into the final part of the video.
So let's conclude with dyspraxia and intelligence, a clear distinction. As explained previously, dyspraxia or developmental coordination disorder, DCD, affects motor skills, planning, and organization, but does not impair intelligence. Because intelligence encompasses different forms or diverse forms. So let's give some examples other than musical intelligence and linguistic intelligence. So you have intrapersonal intelligence, which is self-awareness, emotional insight. You have spatial intelligence, the ability to visualize and manipulate objects in a space. You have interpersonal intelligence, which is understanding and interacting effectively with others. And you have existential intelligence, pondering profound questions about life and existence. So these facets of intelligence are entirely separate from the physical coordination difficulties associated with dyspraxia, because research has shown that dyspraxia does not limit intellectual capacity. And there's a study on doctors with dyspraxia which highlights their use of creativity to overcome challenges, such as innovative ways to manage motor tasks or adapt to clinical environments. These doctors excel in diagnostic reasoning, communication, and patient relationships, demonstrating that their dyspraxia does not hinder their professional intelligence or capabilities. Dyspraxia primarily affects physical coordination, such as handwriting or navigating physical spaces. But it does not compromise cognitive or emotional intelligence. Many individuals with dyspraxia thrive in fields requiring abstract thinking, empathy, problem solving, areas where their strengths often shine. So in summary, dyspraxia and intelligence, they are separate. While dyspraxia poses motor challenges, intelligence, whether interpersonal, intrapersonal, spatial, or existential, remains ineffective, allowing individuals to leverage their unique strengths and creativity to succeed. Now, here are 5 questions to further explore the relationship between dyspraxia and intelligence, because I want you to think as opposed to telling you what to think. Question 1. What specific strategies or adaptations have individuals with dyspraxia used to excel in fields requiring high intelligence, such as medicine, arts, or technology? Question 2. How do different forms of intelligence, intrapersonal, spatial, interpersonal, existential, manifest in individuals with dyspraxia, and are there patterns of strengths unique to them? Question 3. What role does creativity play in helping individuals with dyspraxia navigate challenges, and how does this relate to their intellectual abilities? Question number 4. How do educational systems and workplaces accommodate the motor challenges of individuals with dyspraxia while nurturing their cognitive and creative potential? And finally, question 5. What can be learned from the success stories of individuals with dyspraxia in high-pressure, intelligence-demanding professions such as doctors or engineers to better support others with the condition? So that's the end of today's journey. Now, if you want to support the channel, like, subscribe, and watch the content. And with that being said, I sincerely hope this video has provided value.